to be making a Celtic knot, and for that we're going to start out with a letter size document. You may need to go to your print tab along the top and then choose letter from the list. Once we select letter, that size document will open. Again, we're making a Celtic knot, which looks like this. So I'm going to set this off to the side and shrink that down so you have a point of reference for the future. Now, the first move for you is we need to remove the fill from our selections here. So make sure that this white box is selected. We have a black stroke selected. And with this white box selected, we're going to change it to be no fill, transparent. Next, the Ellipse tool. If you don't see that, please click and hold on whatever tool is your shape tool available and select Ellipse. Click and drag, hold shift to make it a circle, make it roughly about this large. It should again have no fill and a black stroke. We're going to change the stroke from 5, or whatever your number may be, to 50. Then hit enter to apply it. It will be a thick stroke. Notice that the stroke is centered on the line. If yours are on any other settings, please make sure that you click on stroke and change it to align stroke to center. We do not want inside or outside. It does need to be center for this. Now, get the select tool or press the letter V to switch to it. We're going to both duplicate and keep this constrained to the same alignment on the same line. So first, you're going to hold Option and drag. Hold Shift to keep it in line. We want to align this to the center of the other circle so you can see intersect pops up. Next up, we are going to select both of these circles at the same time. So drag a selection from the white area across both circles, selecting them both. We are focused right now at the bottom of this where these two circles intersect. For this next step to work, you need to make sure that you turn on two things. Up to the top to View. From View, you are going to make sure Smart Guides has a check mark next to it. And then a little bit further, Rulers, Show Rulers. Or you can hit Command R. Doing this will make rulers appear up in the top and along the side. In the corner, there's a little crosshair. We want to drag that crosshair onto this intersection. So we're going to grab it and pull it down. It should snap to the intersection. We're going to hold Command before letting go. And then when we do, we'll see this intersection of two different paths. Zooming back out. This circle, we're going to borrow it and duplicate it down here. So we're going to hold Option and grab that circle, and we're going to pull it down, down, down. When you align it, I want you to align the center of that circle to the intersection of the crosshairs. You'll see the word intersect appear at the crosshairs. When you've aligned it, let go. Now you have all three of those. We no longer need our guides or our rulers. So I'm going to click on the guide and then hit the delete key on the keyboard. I'll click on the other guide and I'll hit the delete key. Then I no longer need my rulers anymore. So if you would like those to go away, Command R makes them go away. Now we need to select all of our circles at the same time. So grab from the white area and drag across. We have all of our Celtic knot going on in there. You can see the final shape appearing in the middle. Now we need to turn the strokes into shapes. We need them to become thick, not paths with a stroke on them. So up to the top, we're going to choose Object and then Expand. When this pops up, we do not have a fill, so we need to uncheck that. We are just looking to expand the stroke. Hit OK. This has turned them all into shapes. Now it has a fill, but no stroke. Our next move is to grab the settings over here. You can set the fill to any color that you would like, except for a dark color, so just choose something light. Then, for the stroke, you want to set this to black. Increase the stroke in size to at least 5. With all of these selected, we are now going to activate the shape builder. This is how we're going to trim off what we do not need and combine what we do want. We'll also weave in this step. So the shape builder is over here. Looks like 2 circles intersecting with an arrow pointing at it, or a small cloud. We are going to activate the minus function of this. Currently we're on the plus. In order to activate the minus, we hold the Option key, and now we have the ability to click on a shape and remove it. Remove all 3 of these outer arcs, and now we have the shape that we're looking for. Now all 3 elbows here, we're going to combine very simply by drawing a line. No other buttons held. Do not hold Option. That would subtract them. So no other buttons held. We're going to draw a line through the middle of each shape. And now those are combined. So from here, down, and left. Here, down, and right. And now the 3 elbows have been combined. Now we get to weave it. First, I'm going to come across here, and I'm going to connect these 3. So up and across. So that one's over top. That means my next one is going to go the other way. So this is going to cross here. So we went over, and now under, which means the next one needs to go over. And now we have all of those weaving together. Over, under, over, under. I am now going to zoom out a little bit. I want to make sure all of this is selected, so I'm going to drag a whole new selection across it. With all of it there, I want to make sure my object is one solid object, so I'm going to choose Object and Group, or Command G. Finally, I want to make my shape fit the paper, so I'm going to drag this larger, hold Shift so it does not get squished or stretched, so hold Shift. And we're going to make it fit the paper. Over here on the right in Align, set it to Align to Artboard. Then you're going to align horizontal, which will put it in the middle, left to right, and then align vertical, which will put it in the middle, top to bottom. And now your Celtic knot is complete. Save your progress.